Hi everybody, this is Rob James from Mirasouls, here to talk about the song Believe in Me. It's part of an ongoing series to take a deeper look into our songs and the introspective quotes that inspire them. Believe in Me is based upon the quote that there's no greater power or support you can give someone than to look them in the eye and with sincerity and conviction say, I believe in you. That's by Poirot. Believe in Me and the quote are really important aspects of life to me. They resonate with me on all kinds of levels. I believe it could well be the case that it may be the most important part of life is to have people who support you and believe in you. I believe it's the greatest gift you can give anyone is to really believe in them and support them in that kind of a way. It gives them the room to make mistakes and emboldens their passions and really brings out the best in people when it's a sincere belief. It's interesting, sometimes a lot of that can come from just believing in yourself, and then there's a lot of sort of shallow, you're great, or the sort of passing by the thin stuff or the sugary stuff, versus the protein of having people who truly do believe in you and support you and have allowed you to create a belief system in yourself based upon that. To me, that's much more solid, and that's the place in which great things are achieved. It's interesting because it seems like an obvious concept, and I'm pretty sure most people would say they have a fairly rich collection of people who believe in them and people they believe in. But in my experience, the really good stuff is rare. True partnerships and so forth, and they don't just happen easily or by accident. You have to put real hard work into knowing somebody and understanding what they're capable of and betting on them, and to see that going back and forth bidirectionally. You believe in them, they believe in you, where both sides have made commensurate investments in each other and support each other at that level is actually very rare. And I believe it's at the heart of the truly great, outcomes and partnerships, and it tends to be fleeting. I suspect that Lennon and McCartney, were in that spot for some amount of time and produced some incredible outcomes, and maybe Steve Jobs and Wozniak might have been in that state of belief in each other for some amount of time, and achieved many incredible things, and et cetera, et cetera. I think the really great outcomes often have the form of some bidirectional partnership, but they also tend not to last. You have to constantly invest in them and seek to fortify those outcomes. So it's quite interesting. Musically, Believe in Me has a kind of an odd, point of view. I was trying to craft something that had almost a transparency or a translucent nature to it. It should feel like floating in space a little bit. It should have an airiness to it, and it was because my sense of how fleeting all of this is, and how you have to be able to see through somebody in detail and see the whole picture like an X-ray of each other, or an MRI of each other's soul kind of thing. And so the way that manifested itself in my mind musically was something that had a lot of room to breathe, and a lot of dynamics, and it kind of had a translucent kind of feel to it. Now, I'm not exactly sure we hit the bullseye on that in this case, but that was certainly what I was going for. And I think if you listen to it from the point of view of, are you really seeing me? Can I see you? Have that thought in mind as you're journeying through the music. That may make a connection for you or not. And so that completes our deep dive look at Believe in Me. Thanks everybody. Take care.
The breath you're taking.